In the early 1940s, the Philippine archipelago became the somber stage for one of the most dramatic episodes of World War II. The Japanese occupation of the Philippines marked a pivotal moment in this global conflict, altering the fate of nations and individuals alike. The island of Corregidor, with its rugged terrain and strategic location at the mouth of Manila Bay, stood as a silent sentinel guarding the Philippines. Its historical significance was further amplified by the presence of the Old Spanish Lighthouse, a beacon of the island's colonial past, now witnessing the turmoil of modern warfare. Beneath the surface, the Malinta Tunnel bore witness to the grim realities of war, serving as a refuge and headquarters for the besieged Filipino and American forces. The Malinta Tunnel, a sprawling underground complex engineered for both storage and protection, became a crucial defensive stronghold for the American and Filipino forces. Carved into the rock of Corregidor, this tunnel transformed into a fortified bastion, housing thousands of soldiers along with necessary supplies and equipment. Within its dark and damp confines, the tunnel was segmented into multiple lateral passages, each serving specific military and logistical functions. It housed an underground hospital, barracks, storage areas, and command centers, effectively turning into a subterranean fortress. This strategic use of the Malinta Tunnel allowed American and Filipino forces to coordinate their defense efforts against the relentless Japanese onslaught. The tunnel's robust structure provided much-needed protection from aerial and artillery attacks, becoming a symbol of resistance against the invading forces. It also served as the last refuge for General Douglas MacArthur before his departure from the Philippines, as he famously vowed, "I shall return." In the fateful year of 1942, a somber page was turned in the history of the Philippines when American forces, under the command of General Jonathan Wainwright, faced the inevitable in the face of overwhelming Japanese strength. The sight of the American surrender to the Japanese forces, a moment etched in sorrow and disbelief, marked a significant shift in the Pacific theater of World War II. The mindset of the Japanese forces, driven by a code of honor and an unwavering belief in their imperial destiny, contrasted sharply with that of the Americans, who valued pragmatism and the preservation of lives above the concept of an honorable defeat. This cultural divergence profoundly influenced their respective approaches to surrender and adherence to the rules of war. For the Japanese, surrender was often seen as a dishonor, while the Americans viewed it as a tactical decision in the broader strategy of war. The subsequent Japanese occupation of the Philippines was marked by stringent control and the imposition of forced labor. The Filipino people, caught in the crossfire of warring superpowers, endured immense suffering and hardship. The occupiers, convinced of their superiority and righteousness, showed little regard for the lives and well-being of the local population. As the tides of war shifted, the year 1946 heralded a new chapter for the Philippines. The American reoccupation brought a different set of dynamics to the archipelago. While the scars of war remained, the American activities in 1946 were focused on reconstruction, rehabilitation, and the restoration of civil order. The Old Spanish Lighthouse and Malinta Tunnel, once symbols of resistance and survival, now stood as solemn reminders of the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. In this tumultuous period, Corregidor and the Philippines emerged not just as geographic locations in the Pacific, but as enduring symbols of the complexities and contradictions of war. The contrasting mindsets of the Japanese and Americans, the agonies of occupation, and the challenges of post-war recovery intertwined to form a narrative of human endurance and the unquenchable desire for freedom.
Thank you.